Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in life when you stand at a crossroads. One road is safe, familiar, comfortable. The other, it's uncertain, it's challenging, and it demands more from you than you think you have to give. That's the road to success. You see, everybody talks about what they want to do. They talk about their dreams, their goals, their vision. But talk is cheap. Now is the time to stop talking and start doing. You've got to ask yourself, what am I waiting for? Am I waiting for the perfect moment? Am I waiting for somebody to come along and give me permission? Let me tell you something. There is no perfect moment. There is no permission slip for success. The only thing standing between you and your goals is the work you refuse to do. Fear will whisper in your ear. Doubt will try to shake your confidence, but you cannot let them win. Fear is not your enemy. Inaction is. Success doesn't come to the person who waits. It comes to the one who wakes up early, stays up late, and pushes past the pain when everyone else has quit. It comes to the one who keeps showing up. You want to prove yourself? Then prove it. Prove it in your discipline. Prove it in your effort. Prove it when nobody's watching. Prove it when it's hard. Because when you do, when you give everything, that's when the world takes notice. So I ask you again, what are you waiting for? Now is the time. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, go out there and prove yourself. You ever wonder how many dreams die before they even get a chance to live? How many ideas, how many visions, how many goals never make it past the someday stage? Because that's what people do. They push things off. They tell themselves, I'll start next week. I'll do it when I have more time. I'll wait until I feel ready. But let me tell you something. Opportunity does not wait. Success does not wait. Life does not wait. How many times have you seen someone rise to greatness and thought, that could have been me? How many times have you watched someone else step into a position you knew deep down you were capable of, but you hesitated? That hesitation, that small delay, that moment of doubt, is the difference between winners and those who spend their lives wondering what if. You have to understand that there is no perfect moment. There is no magical sign, no voice from the heavens telling you it's time to move. The time is right now. Think about it. When have you ever felt 100% ready for anything in life? The truth is you won't. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. The greatest achievers, the ones who break records, who make history, who leave their mark on this world, they don't wait. They take action, they move forward, they seize the moment even when they're unsure, even when they're afraid, because they know opportunities don't wait, and if you don't grab them, someone else will. Every second you hesitate, every moment you delay, somebody out there is putting in the work. Somebody out there is hungry, ready, willing to do whatever it takes to make their dreams a reality. And when the opportunity presents itself, they won't think twice. They'll step up. They'll take the shot, and they'll win, not because they were more talented, not because they were luckier, but because they were ready. So the question is, are you? Are you ready to stop waiting and start acting? Are you ready to move, to fight, to take what's yours before someone else does? Because let me tell you, there will always be an excuse to wait. Always. There will always be a reason to delay, to procrastinate, to tell yourself, I'll do it later. But while you're waiting, time is moving. Time doesn't slow down for your doubts. It doesn't pause for your fears, it keeps going. And if you don't move with it, you get left behind. The people who make it in this world, they understand that. They understand that opportunities are like doors. They don't stay open forever. If you don't step through, they close. And once they're closed, they don't always open again. Think about all the times you had a chance, maybe to start that business, to take that job, to make that move, but you let it slip away. Now imagine where you'd be today if you had just taken the leap. Imagine how much further along you'd be if you had acted instead of waiting. Now ask yourself, how much longer am I willing to wait? Because here's the truth. Someday is not a day on the calendar. Later is not a time you can count on. The only time you have is now, and if you don't seize it, someone else will. Fear is a powerful thing. It can paralyze you. It can make you second-guess yourself. It can convince you that you're not ready, that you're not good enough, that you'll fail before you even start. But here's the truth. Fear is a liar. Fear will whisper in your ear, telling you all the reasons why you shouldn't take the leap, why you shouldn't speak up, why you shouldn't chase that dream. It'll bring up every mistake you've ever made, every time you've fallen short, every rejection, every failure, and it'll try to use those things to keep you stuck. But listen to me. Fear is not a reason to stop. Fear is a sign that you're about to do something that matters. You see, doubt doesn't show up when you're sitting still. Fear doesn't come knocking when you're playing it safe. Fear only appears when you're standing at the edge of something bigger than yourself. It only rises up when you're about to step outside your comfort zone, because that's where growth happens. And that hesitation, that little pause before you take action, that's the only thing standing between where you are and where you could be. It's not the obstacles in front of you, it's not the people telling you that you can't do it. It's your own hesitation. Hesitation kills dreams. Hesitation allows opportunities to pass you by. Hesitation is what keeps people in the same place year after year, watching others move ahead while they stay stuck in the cycle of what if. And the worst part? The longer you hesitate, the harder it gets to move. Because every time you let fear win, you reinforce it. Every time you back down, you teach yourself that fear has power over you. But the truth is, fear only has the power you give it. You've got to push past it. You've got to move forward even when you're scared, even when you don't feel ready. Because let me tell you something, nobody ever feels 100% ready. The ones who succeed, they don't wait until the fear disappears. They move through it. They take the shot even when their hands are shaking. They step on the stage even when their voice is trembling. They make the call, they start the business, they take the risk, even when their stomach is in knots. Because they understand that courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action despite it. You will never eliminate fear completely. It will always try to creep in, always try to hold you back. But here's what you need to understand. Fear and success cannot occupy the same space. You have to choose which one you're going to feed. Are you going to feed your fear by hesitating, by playing small, by talking yourself out of opportunities? Or are you going to feed your courage by taking action, by stepping forward, by proving to yourself that you are stronger than your doubt? Because the only way to defeat fear is to face it. The only way to silence doubt is to drown it out with action. The only way to overcome hesitation is to move. Right now, before your mind has a chance to talk you out of it. And once you do, something incredible happens. You start to realize that fear was never as big as you made it out to be. You start to see that the things you were afraid of were just shadows, illusions, nothing compared to the power inside you. And once you prove that to yourself once, you'll start to believe it. And when you believe it, nothing can stop you. People love to talk about talent. They love to point at someone successful and say, oh, they were born for this. They're just naturally gifted. But let me tell you something. Talent is useless without hard work. Talent might get you noticed, but hard work is what keeps you in the game. Hard work is what separates the ones who dream from the ones who achieve. Because at the end of the day, it's not the most talented people who win. It's the ones who refuse to quit. How many times have you seen someone with all the potential in the world throw it away because they weren't willing to put in the effort? They had the skills, they had the gifts, but when it came time to grind, when it came time to show up early, stay late, put in the extra reps, they fell short. And someone else, someone with half their talent but twice their work ethic, passed them by.